Hey guys, Jimbo Clembo here with another TCG review for you. In this video, we're going to be kind of doing a buyer's guide to Kryptik TCG. Stay tuned. Here we go. All right, so in this video, I kind of just wanted to go over a quick beginner's buyer's guide to Kryptik TCG. What I have in front of me is a Kickstarter Genesis. A Kickstarter TCG Genesis box from their Kickstarter. You can distinguish that by the K down here. This is a 36 booster pack box. It's a 10 cards in each pack. And it's all sealed up, and kind of wanted to show everybody that just because this TCG is getting a lot of popularity, it's gaining a lot of traction because of the creator Tanner. He's very active in promoting this TCG, and I think it's a good idea to create a video to kind of let new players know kind of what they're looking at. So this is going to be an example of one of the cards from the Kickstarter. Okay, that's going to be directly from the booster box here, one of the packs. This is a non-holo card. Okay, so there's other cards out there, there will be other cards out there that don't have this small K at the bottom right, and that's distinguishing this card as being a Kickstarter edition card from other cards that you might see on the market. Now on the back here, it's going to be the same as the back. The back isn't going to change, but that K is going to change between sets and prints. And you can see here, nothing different. It's the small green K in the bottom. Everything is the same. Now there are going to be holos. I don't know if I have a holo example in here or not. Let me look here real quick. No, I don't. But you're going to see some holos. And it's going to be the same holo pattern on every card that you're gonna encounter from the Kickstarter. Now there are these as well. Okay, these are from the Kickstarter also. These were also given out by Tanner and to some of the LGSs that participated in backing the Kickstarter and are participating with Kryptik TCG and promoting it in their local stores. Now these are 30 card booster decks. This is just a random assortment, ready to play deck. It's just kind of something that you can give to somebody and they can open it up and play, almost like a Magic the Gathering Jumpstart idea. So, but the difference in these cards is they look different from the Kickstarter cards. So when you open one of these up, it's going to be cellophaned and everything, and it's going to have a different faction. Okay, and there's 4 different factions that these can come in: Ascendant, Human, Mystic, and Undead. So when you open these up, it's going to have kind of a rule book, quick start guide, the game zones, turn phases, how to read and interpret a card, and then you're going to get into the actual deck itself. Okay, so if you look at these are going to be a little bit different. Everything about the card's the same, with the exception of that bottom right corner. It's going to say TH. Okay, I believe that's TH for theme deck, perhaps. I don't have any clarification on that from Tanner or anybody from Kryptik, but that's just my own interpretation as a player. But as you can see earlier, they're different, right? Everything about the card is the same. The backs are the exact same. Everything about it is the same, with the exception of the TH and the K. All right. So if you are buying some of these cards raw on eBay or secondary market or at LGS or something, or off somebody, you're kind of more informed. All right. So we'll put these back in here. All right. And then there are also 4 theme decks from the Kickstarter. that you may encounter on the secondary market. And that's what these look like. Okay, it's got the big green K in the top right or the top left. It's going to have Mystic starter decks. Some of these are going to be opened and just include the 40 card ready to play deck in here, and not the three booster packs. The ones that are sealed are going to have the 40 card deck, along with the 3 booster packs that are going to be found, the exact same ones found as in the booster box. They're going to have the K on it, the cards are, everything about it. So in these theme decks, the cards are going to be exactly the same as what are going to be found in the booster boxes and the booster decks. It comes with a rule book. A rule book is also going to be found in the booster box. Okay. And then in the 40 card deck, you can see that it does have that K. Okay. So exact same cards. These are sleeved up because these are the ones that I play with. But exact same cards. So when you're out there buying, just be aware and don't get scammed. Not saying that anybody would do that, but it's always a possibility. So let's put these away. Moving right along from the Kickstarter, there's also these Kickstarter mystery packs. I haven't opened mine, keeping mine sealed, but you may find these on the secondary market. They're probably going to go for a good amount on eBay. So just keep in mind, it's probably not something that you want to pick up if you're just starting the game out. It's not going to be enough to play. I did also forget to mention in the booster box, there's also going to be 2 box toppers as well, and that rule book and the 36 10 card packs. Something else that you might run into is these promos that were through the Kickstarter. These can be distinguished by the riddle text on top, which is a unique text found on the Kickstarter. This glare is killing me. Sorry about that. Trying to open this up here without really damaging it. These came like this from... Alright, maybe a little bit better. So you can kind of see the riddle text on top here. Maybe not. My goodness. Alright, so the riddle text on top there. Okay. Kind of see that. And then on the bottom, you're going to have regular text and then the crossed out Boneyard Survey, which is the name of the card. Again, you're going to have the K. Everything about the card is exactly the same as the other ones, but that top riddle text is going to distinguish those promos. Now, these were the only cards that I've seen with the only the riddle text on top of the card. I could be mistaken about that. However, those are the only ones that I've seen with just the riddle text on top. This is a full art card that was also in the Kickstarter. And then these are going to be the exact same thing. Riddle text on top, regular text on bottom, Kickstarter in the bottom right. And then as you go through these, it's exactly the same. They're just really, really, really beautiful cards. All right, moving right along. This is going to be a special Kickstarter promo that was given out. I believe there's 3 variations of this. There's a black border, a silver border, and a teal border, kind of like this color found on the Kryptik text color, like a teal or an aqua color. And these were exclusive to the Kickstarter, and they came in these cases just like this with this seal on top. So if you run across these on eBay, more of a collector item. Just giving you an example. And I believe that kind of sums everything up from the Kickstarter here. Did want to go into the Wave 2 that's coming out for the Genesis, as well as some of the poker decks. So I'm going to switch frames here and show you that on the computer. So give me just a minute. All right, guys. So now that we got that switched over here, so this is going to be an example of what a one of the lore cards will look like. So these are found within the booster box, or I'm sorry, booster packs that were with the Kickstarter booster boxes. These are going to be just kind of nice little flavor text and lore about each character. And I believe there's one for each one of the cards in the booster box. So if you're trying to complete your set, there's kind of a subset, and that would be the lore cards. As you can see here, these are really, really cool. Nice art. If you're super interested in the story, these are kind of a must-have. So if you do see these on the secondary market, just know kind of what they are. Okay. Next is going to be the Kickstarter, or I'm sorry, the second Kickstarter from Kryptik Genesis. I'm sorry, Kryptik TCG. These are going to be poker cards, similar to what you might find in like a standard deck of cards. These are also going to be legal. There's going to be two separate decks. One's going to be kind of a poker traditional card deck, and then another is going to be something that you can use with that are tournament legal with the actual game. So you can put these in your card in your decks and play them, and they're legal. They're going to have flavor text and stuff like that in the middle of here, just explaining you what the cards are. And as you can kind of see, really fun art, really cool. I got in on this, and these are these sold out within, I think, about 30 minutes or so on Kickstarter. I believe there was only, how many were there? I think maybe 1,000, not very much to go around, or 1,000 backers, something like that. But as you can kind of see, these are really cool. Something to keep a watch on if you do see these on the secondary market. So Genesis Wave 2. So Genesis is the name of the theme for this Kryptik first set. So this is going to be an example of what the Wave 2 is going to be going to look like. So when you get the box, it's going to have these two tabs on it, unlike the original one that only had the one. Had it right down here, just the one golden tab, and that helps distinguish it, as well as it has a 2 down here. Can't kind of see it because the shrink wrap, but I think there's another picture of it down here, and you might be able to see it. So here's the 2 on the starter decks. So the ones that I had shown you earlier. It's going to have a big fat 2 right there. Okay. Again, on the booster packs, a 2 right here. These are going to have serialized parallels in them, so these are going to be serialized cards. Something unique to this set that wasn't in the Kickstarter set. So you may see these come up in secondary market as well. These are going to be hand signed as well. You may see those come up in the secondary market. Now these are going to be priced very high, and you're going to be like, wow, what is that? Why is that priced like that? But it's going to distinguish itself from just the regular bulk cards. One one box topper, unlike the Kickstarter one, had 2. And so I guess these are foil noble rares. So I guess these are examples of what the foil noble rares are going to look like. So noble is going to be distinguished by that teal symbol up top. Gold is rare, and then common is the white. Another thing I wanted to point out too is I wasn't able to get a good picture of what these are going to look like, but these are going to be riddle text cards, and they're kind of sprinkled and scattered out throughout the booster boxes of the Kickstarter. And it's going to be a card I was showing you earlier, these promo cards that just have the riddle text on top. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's going to have the riddle text on top here and riddle text down here. Okay. And so you're going to see these. It's going to have that Kickstarter logo on the bottom right here. There's there's going to be also, wasn't confusing enough, some of these cards are going to look like this, not have the K, but have a, I believe, Gen 66 at the bottom, and that is going to be from a special release a booster box before the Kickstarter. That's going to be way out of a typical player's price range, and they're extremely rare. But just know that those cards aren't going to have that K. It's going to have a 66, Gen 66, I believe it is. Here's another example of what that card is going to look like. Riddle text. Here's some of the foiling. I wasn't able to show you that. I didn't have one on hand, but and then down here it's going to have the riddle text, the Kickstarter K, and then doesn't have that Gen 66. But as you can see here, this person put 1 out of 1,000 packs, which that's probably accurate. But just a quick video, everybody. I just wanted to make everybody kind of aware of the products out there that are offered by Kryptik TCG. And if you are in the market, I want to make sure that you're an informed consumer. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment. I'm more than happy to try to help you out with any questions that you might have. If you're watching this video and I messed up on something, or you would like to add something, you think something's important that I maybe missed or didn't cover enough, leave a comment down below. Please let me know so everybody knows, so people aren't out there just kind of buying silly stuff that they don't really want, or they may not know that they what they're buying, and they get it and they kind of have a bad taste in the mouth about Kryptik TCG. I think it's a great TCG. I think it's here to stay, and I'm going to be bullish on on this TCG. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I would really appreciate it. Thanks. Peace.